Hi, what's up, fellas? Well, it has been a couple of months since I've done any physical mods to my F80, but I got something new for you today. And that is the latest offering from Carbonex, which is their magnetic rear license plate mount kit. Said that right on the first try, hot damn. What this does is replaces your stock mount with their magnetic kit. And what is the benefit of that? If you are super particular about washing your car, like I very much am, you know, it's kind of a pain when you're trying to angle the pressure washer stream of water behind your license plate, but more so when you're trying to hit this with like a leaf blower, or if you're just wiping it off, you can never get all the water. The first time you open and close the trunk, more water is going to spit out of the bottom. Super annoying. So what this does is you can just pull off the entire plate and frame when you're going to wash your car, throw it in the trunk, wash your car, snap it back into place, wipe down your tag, and you're good to go. Now, that is the primary benefit. However, there is a secondary benefit that probably only applies to a handful of people, but I'm one of them, so I'm going to tell you about it. In the state of Delaware, we do have something called low-digit tags, also known as porcelain tags, also known as black and white tags. So these are license plates numbered 1 through 86999. The first 3 are reserved for state officials like the governor, lieutenant governor, and secretary of state, but 4 and up can be purchased. They are highly valuable, very much coveted. The lower low-digit ones are anyway, right? So for example, there was a story in Philadelphia Magazine from 2016 about a family that got tag number 14. They paid $325,000 for it. You know, figure that story was about 8 years ago, so that tag is probably in the 4s now, maybe cresting $500,000. Super ridiculous. Now, it's worth noting that the real value is in the number registered to the car. The actual license plate is worthless. And in my case, this tag really isn't worth that much. I paid about $100 for it, which is like double what a standard issue Delaware vanity tag would cost. But the real reason that I wanted it was because it's black and white. I love the black and white look compared to the standard issue Delaware blue and gold license plate. The downside is that black and white tags have a shorter dimension than a standard issue license plate. And as a result, you can see like the edges of the stock mounting bracket back here, which is just ugly. So the Carbonex mounting plate is all carbon fiber, straight piece of carbon fiber, very beautiful like all their other carbon fiber offerings, 2x2 weave. So I am really excited to get this installed, if for no other reason, and even the washing the car is a huge benefit because I hate that little bit of water when you close the trunk, but also to replace the look of the stock tag. I realize it's a little crazy to be that particular about the mounting bracket of your license plate, but whoever said normal was fun. When it comes to this kit, installation is super easy. All you need is a Phillips head screwdriver and a 4mm Allen key, which they include with the kit. You do get your choice of hardware, so you can pick stainless steel, titanium, or black titanium. Of course, I got black titanium. And in terms of how this works, which we'll go through obviously, but when you snap it into place, so your 2 magnets are what attach it to the car, but there are 4 rubber mounts at each corner, which is what actually makes contact with the trunk, with the paint. So there's no risk of damage or scratching or anything like that. So let's get this thing opened up, check it out, and get it installed.
That is some attention to detail. And to give you an idea of how strong these magnets are, here's the magnet going through my gloved finger, still sticking to the plate mount. Yeah, crazy strong. Alright, now this is an easy 2-part installation. First thing you're going to do is remove your license plate and the stock mount from the car. Did you have any idea that's how dirty the paint was? Also, those nylon nuts that the stock mount screws into, if you have those, that's how you know the system is compatible with your car. Next, remove the magnet from the plate mount and lay it in the aluminum holder chamfered side up. Pro tip, don't put the magnets in close proximity to each other or that happens. Okay, now for the plate mount. Now you can do a 2 or 4 bolt installation. I'm doing the 4 bolt. The 2 bolt is a little bit different, so check out Carbonex's website for those instructions. And with the 4 bolt setup, you won't be using the 2 12mm M6 bolts that they provide. Anyway, lay the 4 bolts out thread side up, and then lay your license plate face down and then line everything up. Next, drop the 4 nylon spacers over the threads. And then next, lay the carbon fiber plate mount warning sticker side up. Once everything is aligned here, screw the 4 rubberized nuts and then tighten with the 4mm Allen key. Next, grab the provided screws and line up the magnet assembly with the nylon nut. But be really careful here because the magnet will want to pull against the car, so brace it with some resistance when you're lining it up. Screw the mount in and then do the other side, and be careful not to cross thread. I was wearing gloves out of precaution, but they're not really necessary. Now that's it. Now snap the plate onto the car, and then you can verify the installation by checking that the 4 rubberized nuts are making contact with the trunk and that everything is tight. So admire your new mod for a minute and then take the plate back off because you're probably going to need to clean the paint here.
All right, well that is much better. I love it. If you had a regular size license plate, it would cover this whole thing. I actually like that the carbon fiber is visible here. I think that's awesome. And of course, being able to take it on and off, that is so much better. So get this all cleaned up because it's horrifically dirty, as I'm sure you saw. But dude, that cannot be any easier. I love it. Well, there you go. Another awesome product from Carbonex. I really love what those guys are doing in the aftermarket OEM plus space. They're kind of like the Apple of that market. You know, well, Apple before they made crappy touch bar MacBooks, but Apple isn't like when they made really nice products. These things are they're just beautiful, well-made, well-designed, thought out products, not run-of-the-mill, you know, copycat versions of a million products that are already out there just to slap your name on. So I really appreciate that about them. You know, I have the hood latch and the intercooler cover, which are just amazing little detail touches to these cars. So yeah, if you've got a compatible E, F, or G series BMW or Mini, highly recommend you pick one of these up. Again, you can tell if you have the nylon nut or the stock mount screws into the car, but I'll leave a link in the description below. Pick one up, they're awesome. And yeah, in the meantime, hope you enjoyed the video and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Frisbee in 2 hours. 20 mile an hour gusts, that's always a good time.